Humankind. Let me start that over. The propensity for humans to collect harkens back to the days before history, where we didn't know where our next meal was coming for, so then we collected materials to make sure that we could get through hard times. Nowadays, with all the modern conveniences of today's world, what do we collect? Stuff. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Video Call-In Show. That show that invites you to be a live video guest on this program to talk about anything you'd like to talk about, be it the topic of the day, which of course we'll get to. It could be personal promotions. It could be the weather. It doesn't matter to me. Uh, you will be talking with your host, Jim. That would be me. I am the host of the Video Call-In Show, and I will be here for about the next hour. My job is to listen and learn to and about you. Now, joining is easy. All you've got to do is point your browser to zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and when it asks for it, enter in that meeting ID number. You will show up in my green room, and I will bring you up one by one, first come, first serve, as time allows. Now, tonight's topic, by the way, if that sounds like content or you'd like to be on this show, then hit that subscribe button. If this is what you're after, you've come to the right place. Now, nearly every one of my guests, I cut down into what's called a guest cut. You're free to use that on whatever platform you want to. And so let's get things started, shall we? Tonight's topic is actually revived by. It was first suggested by Outdoorsy Gal. Oh, that's Chrissy. She's in the chat. Say hello to Chrissy. Chrissy, thank you for suggesting this topic at first. Emmanuel Goffey, which I do not see just yet, was the man who brought it back to life. He really wanted me to touch back on it again. I think he's got some things to say on it. Now, check out Emmanuel Goffey, man. Music covers, vlogs, interviews. Look at those thumbnails. He's killing it. He's killing it. He's been on the show a couple times. He's a great kid. I love talking to Emmanuel. And let's say hello to the folks in the chat. Shall we? Okay, we shall. Outdoorsy Gallo, how you doing, Chrissy? She was first. Jesse Mendez, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Brad from Drone Kings and Darwin's here. He collects people that get in the chat room first. Ooh, that hurt. Raven the Commentator 2001, how you doing? Finally, another opportunity for me to chime in, collect lots of nerdy memorabilia. Well, yes, I'm going to go over just a few things that I collect, but I've already got at least one guest. So guys, pile up if you would, because there's, like I said, there's only an hour, and I'll try to get to as many people as I possibly can. We've also got Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch. It looks like he's going to be editing, so he'll be listening in the background. Adam, thanks for joining us, bud. I appreciate it. Sean and Marie Penny, how you doing? Good to see you. And we've also got Above and Beyond Drones. How you doing, Jim? Evening to you, my friend. Michael Busy Bee Detecting. Good to see you again. And we've got David the producer. How you doing, David? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Oh man, I've missed a lot here. We've got Georgiana Mackenzie. Welcome to the show. Sorry about your retracted messages there. Ben on Adventures. Good to see you, Ben. As always, Darian from Germany Travel Personal Guide. How you doing? Good to see you. We've also got Gana. How you doing, Gana? Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to see it, guys. If this is your, if you dig what I do, feel free to share. That's all I'm going to say. You don't have to. No one says you have to, but you know how appreciated it is. Okay, well, like I said, tonight's subject is collecting, and collecting is one of those things that almost everybody does. Some people say they don't, but they really do. And usually the people that say they don't collect anything, they're the ones you walked in their house and you can't walk into the rooms. No, I'm not saying they're hoarders. No, I wouldn't say that. Now, me, I have found myself on the receiving end of the collector's bug more times than I care to admit. And oftentimes it will be a surge of collecting. Surge, can I do that? and then it'll peter out for whatever reason. Maybe I'll get onto another hobby or I'll get onto another collection. But I always have my eye out for those particular item categories that I've grown to love. And I think you saw the first one immediately, and that was my love for lighters. Now, most of you know that I was a smoker for uh, nearly 40 years. I now vape exclusively and have for almost 10 years now. That means I can taste things, I can breathe. I don't cough all the time, and it's wonderful. But yeah, I was really into lighters, especially unique lighters. Now some of these are not unique. If you're from my era, you'll recognize a lot of these type of lighters. Um, but some of these you won't. Have you ever seen a lighter like that? It looks like a CO2 cartridge. I'm just gonna run through these real fast. Now these are grandma's lighters. We've all seen these, right? I've got a pretty cool one here. This is actually a liquor store, House of Bottles, and I keep it in plastic because I'm nerdy that way. How about one of these babies right here? Yeah, and of course Zippos. I'm never without. Well, that's actually a knockoff, but I'm hardly ever without a Zippo. When I was smoking, just I got one in here that I used for years, absolute years, and I've got some in here. Like none of these have been used. These are all brand new, and they're all variations of the classic Zippo. And here's a classic stick through lighter. But that's not the only thing that I've found myself collecting over the years. I also collect guns. I also collect lefty in the lurch there. There's another Winston lighter of the grandma variety. Yes, I haven't smoked since I want to say 2010. So there you go. Yes, that has happened, Jim. Jim asks if you ever overfill your will your legs burn. Yes, that has happened with lighter fluid. And by burn, it's just kind of an uncomfortable feeling. It's not really like an on fire thing, but yeah, I also, before I get to my guest, because I've already got three, and I got to roll through this pretty quickly. I also collect guns, as you can tell. I've got my 1820 Harper's Ferry back there. I've got several other varieties that I don't need to go into. Some antique, some not. I've got an 1851 Colt Navy revolver, which I love. It's in a natural oak display case. Sean and Mary Penny, that's good. Don't start, or you'll never miss something you never start. So don't start smoking, kids. Don't start vaping if you've never smoked cigarettes. You're not trying to get off of tobacco. Don't start vaping, kids. That's all I got to say. I also, to a certain extent, collect Oakley sunglasses. Now, I should let you know that sounds like a rich man's collection, but I've only paid retail for one pair of Oakleys in my life, and that was my first pair. Fell in love with them, and then started buying them on the used market. So, gosh, what else? Oh, coins. I am an amateur numismatist. I love collecting coins. Electronics. Do you see the microphone up on the shelf there? That is a push to talk microphone. I believe it's circa well, it's in the 40s or 50s. I've got some Variacs, which most you electronics wizards will know what a Variac is. I've got a couple of those. I've got a reel-to-reel video machine in that room right there. And if you want to see tape run fast, go watch a reel-to-reel video machine. Uh, because these are the ones where the head didn't move like today's machines, and even some of the earlier broadcast machines where the head moved, the tape was actually able to move slower and you could get more on a shorter amount of tape. These things run just like an audio recorder where they run real fast past that head and you get very little recording time. Trust me. Before I bring up my first guest, let me say hello to some of the folks I may have missed in here. Luke Duke, how you doing? More coffee, Kenna. Good to see you as always. Let's see, who else I see. Art is fun. How you doing? Have my mom's Zippo. Yeah. Yeah. Zippos are collector's items. They really are. Um, and thanks, Outdoorsy Gal. Oh, Chrissy, cool Winston lighter. I've got two of them for some reason. I don't know why. My father smoked Winston, uh, and it's the only cigarette that I remember him smoking. So maybe that's why I have those. I just don't remember. Yes, you did, Manuel. In fact, I referenced you at the head of the show, but good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. You revived the topic because the first time it was Chrissy that suggested it. You revived it, my friend. Well done. Let's see. Tony viewed this. How you doing? Won the wheel today. Tony should be playing the lottery just about every day. All right, let's get to this. Let me bring up my first guest. She would like to talk about some things she collects, I believe. Oh, yep. Remember to pause or
Oh yeah,
there we go. There we go. Just a minute, Shauna. Let me.
there we go.
Good. All right. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling a lot better actually.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. You were excited to get in here. You jumped in just right away, didn't you?
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I bet it was 10 till when you jumped in. So
Um.
what did you want to share?
But yeah, I collect hockey cards. Like I have lots of Vancouver Canucks hockey cards.
Oh, wow.
Like the piles are that high.
Uh-huh.
Your cards.
Now, how did you get started collecting hockey cards of all things?
To be honest, um, my brother he gave me this little puck, and it
Mhm.
had a hockey card. It had a Vancouver Canucks hockey card in it,
Oh,
and yeah, it from there it just evolved into a giant, enormous pile.
isn't that how it happens?
Yeah.
I don't know that I call it a sickness, but man, sometimes we can get really obsessed about those things, can't we?
Oh, yeah, indeed. But yeah, I'm like, I know the last time I was in the chat, I said I was feeling sick and all that, but thankfully now I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, good.
I'm on a treatment of antibiotics, so
Oh, okay. Well, they say what you had. What was?
yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope you feel better. I do.
But
Did you have anything else you want to tell us about collecting, or have anything else you wanted to talk about?
well, I used to, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I used to have this strange habit of collecting rubber bands.
Rubber bands. Now,
Yeah, I used to do it as a kid.
did you tie them up in a
I
ball,
just
or did you just keep them in a
yeah, like
box, or
fiddle with them or turn them into a ball, whatever the case may be.
you're trying to be the largest rubber band in Nova Scotia?
Newfoundland,
What's that?
Newfoundland.
Newfoundland. I'm sorry.
That's okay. There was another person today that said I was a Nova Scotia too,
Oh, well, I didn't say you
and I
were
gotta
from it.
mention no names, but
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I was just having fun. Still, in Newfoundland, when you were trying to have the largest rubber band ball in Newfoundland,
yeah, apparently there is no record for it, so I haven't.
that would
I,
be an easy one then, wouldn't it?
not that I know of. If I did again, I never checked Guinness World Records or anything.
Oh, Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah.
I never really checked that. I probably should one day. Because maybe I could have the largest one.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
What's that?
between that and I used to uh, collect Pokemon cards as a kid, and I used to be really obsessed with Pokemon as a kid.
Yeah, you're right in that age group where Pokemon was big or kind of falling off because my son was the same way. He turns 30 this year, and Pokemon was huge back then.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
and my brother, well, kind of got me to try to collect some Blade Blades,
Hmm.
but I'm not really playing Pokemon.
No, not for you.
No, I had two, but unfortunately they kind of got lost or I broke them or
Mm, I see.
something along the line.
Yeah.
But
And that
yeah, the doctor did tell me what it was. He said it was a sinus infection. Like, all in my nasal
Sure.
area,
Sure. Well,
and
that's not
that's why I was feeling so, well.
yeah, well, that's not too hard to treat. That's good. That's actually good news.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you. And of course, they've got you on antibiotics, so that'll take care of it pretty quickly. It dives right
Well,
into that
at
infection.
first we were thinking that it was strep throat, but
Oh,
thank
yeah.
it wasn't. I had that. I had that this time last year, so.
Mm. A little early for that. Well, but I guess in your
Well, I
climate, it
have
may not
asthma
be.
too, so
You what?
I have asthma too, so.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then when the weather starts to change,
Uh-huh.
like when as it goes from summer to fall, that's when things start getting bad on me, because
Sure.
like
Sure.
my
Absolutely.
lungs don't function properly as a normal person,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
especially with asthma.
Yeah, well, you're not alone, and it is that time for sure. So
Yeah.
I get that. Well, listen, hon. What's that?
But thankfully the doctor has helped me treat it all. So
Yeah, yeah, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
yeah.
Other than that, you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Good, 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 good. Well, what else? What else on your mind, or shall we move on and see what David's got for us on his collection plate? Oh,
That's
that sounded
good.
weird.
I'm just trying to clean my glasses first.
Okay.
If not, I won't be able to see anything.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming on, hon.
Mhm. There we go.
Ah, perfect. Hey, you
Oh,
look better.
see.
No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm nearsighted, so
Oh, okay. Okay.
can't see nothing that passed about 2 feet away.
Ah, yeah. Such is life for most of us.
Yeah. I'm only 26 and I got a life of wearing glasses.
Oh, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Some people have to wear them right away. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna see what David's got, what he's collecting,
Okay.
and I appreciate you sharing, hon.
Uh-huh.
All right. Take care now.
Uh-huh.
Bye bye. All right. Now, I would not have guessed hockey cards for Shauna. I don't know about you folks. That if I had a if I had a multiple choice and that was one of them, probably wouldn't been the one I chose. But that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. All right, let me do this real fast. I got to say, whoops, really? I got to say that names like these make it really easy. Hey, David, how are you, my friend? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great.
Good to see you.
It's good to see you. Oh, was that everything okay on your end?
Can you see me? I can't tell.
Yeah, we can see you. No,
There you
you're
go.
moving
Okay, there you
moving
go.
the wrong way. But
Happy Thursday.
happy Thursday to you, man.
Yeah.
So
So collections. Wow.
collections. What do you collect?
Wait, hold on. This might make you. There you go.
Oh, love
There
it.
you go.
Oh, dude, let me see. Let me see the lighter. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a cigar lighter. It's not a
Sure.
big deal, but
Sure.
yeah, I'm a big fan of these. I love, love, love these.
Yeah. It's got that hot flame too.
Oh yeah, that was the nickname of my girlfriend in high school. Oddly
Oh.
enough.
Oh man. That's a girl that picks you.
Exactly. So now, before I tell you mine, I know that you have to collect drums because any drummer that I've ever known has a ton of drum equipment.
Guilty as charged, man.
I
Guilty as charged. I mean, you're looking at two pieces. Well, not right now, but on the wide shot, you're looking at two pieces right here. That
right.
closet I just mentioned,
Hmm.
it's got about 4 or 5 snares in it, and just a shit ton of accessories. You know, like hi hat tambourines, stick tambourines, small percussion instruments, wind chimes. Um, uh,
How many
you name it.
times?
How many toms do I have? Well, let me see.
Yes.
Since I only have theoretically two and a half drum kits, I don't have any toms specific as a collection item. They're all part of kits.
Oh, okay. So it's part of a kit, or it's you don't have any separates then, or not many
Well,
separates.
no separates outside of snare drums.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah,
Got it.
because what I found with drums, and I know you're a musician, you may know some of this, is that one of the most unique pieces of any drum kit will be the snare, and the other pieces are kind of tuned to work together. You know what I mean? So if you
Right.
have like a birch Tama kit, you don't throw a maple Ludwig in there
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's
What are
going
you
to sound weird.
crazy?
Yeah, it's going to sound weird. Not to say people won't do it, but it
Oh,
might be a
I've
little
heard
weird.
it.
Hmm. So
But
yeah, no,
when I
no.
was a bass player, and this goes back, oh God, 8 years ago, 9 years, yeah, roughly 9 years ago, I had 23 basses. That was my collection.
Wow.
I used to be a maniac with bass.
Oh
I would
man.
have if I saw a bass and I loved it, I would have to buy it. It would be like, okay, gotta get it. Even if I played it once or twice, or not even played it at all, but just loved the color,
Hmm.
it would just sit in a case in my room, and it's like, ugh.
It's like, how did you keep it in the case and not at least display it on the wall, dude?
Well, all those hangers. If you have 23 basses in a room, you'd look as I'd be a psycho. I really would.
Are you calling Geddy Lee a psycho?
Yes, an absolute psycho.
He is, man. He's a beast on that as well. 'Cause he
Did you see his new book?
no, I haven't seen it yet, but I've watched a couple of interviews, both pre and post publish,
Check
and
it out.
I
It's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah, because he went around, he talked to major bass players and got their a little bit more than just what type of instrument they're playing, a little bit more
Well,
background on 'em.
but he's Geddy Lee of Rush. I'm a guy that played in cover bands for years. It's like I shouldn't have 23 basses. Geddy Lee can have 50, and I wouldn't give him any shit, right? You
I know,
can't,
right?
right?
I know. And how honored would you be as a bass player? Oh man, yeah,
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I just pushed
earthquake
my
over there.
mic over. Yeah, I know.
we got we got we got hurricanes down southeast. We got earthquakes up
We got
north.
the Illinois Dorian right here.
Yeah, New Mandarin Fault. Now I would have felt that before you. But yeah,
How you feeling, by the way?
I'm good right now because I usually take my meds a couple hours before the show, so I'm
You sound a lot better.
yeah, I'm trying to get away from that. Oh, poor pitiful me, and try to move on until this. Well, one of the things that made me feel better today is that my MRI is going to be scheduled and covered by insurance, so that's got to make you feel good.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll probably have one of those next week, and then suddenly my doctor is active in my life again. So they're 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 actively they're
My
actively doing.
doctor is active in my life again. I'm gonna have to use that. Yeah, me and my doctor, we're still seeing each other.
Yeah, well, we're like this. But yeah, he just like disappeared. Right, they were supposed to schedule a physical therapy, which is right in their office, which is right down the street. And when I say down the street,
Mhm.
I'm talking about walking distance. And they
Man,
just dropped the ball. They wouldn't contact me
I
twice.
heard that whole story. Yeah, I
Yeah,
was on
yeah.
today. Oof.
So now
Ooh.
now they're on it again. And did you get the story where I called him up and said, "What
That
about
you
those
had to
calls?"
diagnose yourself? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
That's always beautiful.
that apparently lit a fire.
They're
So
like, they're like, oh my god, he's gonna sue us.
I go in yesterday, man. They're kissing my ass.
I bet you they are.
So yeah, and we're looking into why that wasn't taken care of, why they never got back with you, and all that. So I'm like, yeah, do it.
Good
I've
for
only,
you, man.
yeah, you guys have been living with this for 6 months. I've been living with this for 25 years. So, uh, but thanks for asking, man. I am, I'm in better spirits, and right now doped up, so my back's not killing me right now.
Oh, that's awesome. So, just email me your credit card information. Here, let me give you my I'll give you my email
Here,
address.
I'll put a lower third up. I'll superimpose it.
A
Yeah.
lower third
Here's
with
David's
my
credit
social
card number
security
and his
number.
social security. Oh yeah. Do you want the code on the back too? Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, but on the collection side, though, I
Yeah.
told you I had 23 bases, and then after I stopped playing, I'm like, you know what? I what am I going to do with these things? Right. So I sold them all except for three.
Mm.
And the three that I saved was the very first bass that my mother bought me when I was 13.
Oh, nice.
A second bass that a guy actually gave me at a show that I was playing. He saw me play and went home, got his bass, brought it back, and said, "You deserve this more than me." And I'm like, "Holy crap!" I mean, I couldn't take it from him. I'm like, "No way."
Yeah.
And I didn't, and I left. And the club owner actually called me the next day and said, "This guy left this here, and he says he's not taking it back until you take it." I'm like, "Wow." I mean, that was a big deal to me. I'm like, now I have to have this thing,
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I have that bass, and then I have the last bass I bought as my 23rd, and that's it. That's all I kept.
Wow. Wow. Well, tell me, what uh are any of those bases you kept significant? You know, like an old uh
Every one of them.
60, well,
Yeah.
I mean on the open market, like a 65 Jazz, Fender Jazz or something. Is there
You
any?
know what the funny thing is that only one of them is worth any money. Like the first one that my mother bought was an Ibanez short neck, short scale bass, and it's worth I don't even know what it's worth. It's
Mhm.
probably worth nothing.
Mm.
And the second one was an Ibanez, but just the value of what that guy did for me on a personal level is, it's worth more money in the world than anything else. So I don't even care what it's worth.
Oh,
I don't even
yeah.
think it's worth anything.
Oh.
But the last one I bought was I had it done by a luthier up in Minnesota, and it was not a cheap bass. You know what it's like when you do a luthier, right? It's not like it's $100 or it's not
Yeah.
$200. So it's some money.
Oh, yeah.
So I kept that one because it had I custom built it with my specifications, and it was my kind of vision of what I wanted in a bass. It's not about the money. It's about that it was about my vision and I loved it, right? So that's the reason why I kept the three. The
Wow.
rest of them, I just dumped them on the open market.
Yeah.
Did eBay, I went to a couple of guitar shops, see what they wanted for them, that kind of stuff.
And that is the one thing about collections, right? They usually don't last forever. Many times
It's
you
not about the money with a collection. Do
right.
you find that with yourself?
Oh,
That
absolutely.
collections aren't about trying to collect it for the money. It's what is it that it's your passion, right? And you collect based on what like makes you happy.
Yep.
And once I found I had 23, I'm like, how many of these 23 really make me happy? Probably only a small handful. And it was true.
Yeah.
It was totally true.
Yeah. Yeah. I always found it hard to sell myself, and I don't know why that is. There have been a few what I would consider collections, small collection groups that I've decided to sell, but man, not too many. Take those lighters for instance. I probably haven't
Right.
bought a lighter in 20 years.
Well, because you obviously don't smoke anymore, but
Right.
you have some sort of heartfelt connection to those pieces. That's more important than I think at the end of the day than the money, unless and I do put a codicil on that. I mean, people do sell their collections because they do need money, and
Oh
I
yeah.
totally get when they do that. When somebody says, it's either do I have this or is this other thing important to me? I get the if or and, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Totally get that. But you have a collection of lighters. I mean, none of those lighters are worth $5,000, right?
No. No.
But you have a personal. When I saw you pull up that first Winston lighter, I'm like, holy shit, I will give him money for that right now. I'm like, I want that. I want the Winston lighter because I know Fred Flintstone used to do Winston ads. I'm like,
Yes.
I'm in.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I've got two of them, you know.
I saw it. I saw the wide one and then the
Yeah.
tall one. I'm
Yeah.
like, holy crap. That stuff to me is cool. And I love when people collect stuff that is a passion because you can always tell. And because any piece that someone is a collector of and they have a story behind it, they have a passion for it.
For
If they
sure.
just go ahead and say, I bought this on eBay, I bought this on eBay, I have this on my dresser, I have the, you're like, is that really a passion? But when you have like a killer story behind a piece, you're like, oh my God, That's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely right, David. You are absolutely right. And now that as you were saying that, I'm going through all of these things I collect and thinking about all the stories that I actually have attached
Absolutely.
to nearly every one of those things.
Exactly. All the best pieces have the best stories.
And now I'm somewhat frightened. Yes, there's more than a narrow path out this door, so I'm not that frightened that I'm hoarder or anything, but
Well, we'll see on the next episode of Hoarders. Don't worry.
Well, as soon as I start doing episodes on hoarding, you'll know something's wrong.
Right. Exactly.
I'm looking for help over here, people.
Well, I started after I, did the whole base thing and I got rid of all those bases. I started collecting pieces of art. I'm not talking expensive pieces, but something like if I go to New Orleans and I'd see a piece for like $30 or a street artist that would have something for $5. If you have a story behind it, it's worth more than the value of the piece itself.
For
I
sure.
feel, at least.
Oh no, you're dead on. Dead on. I mean, the story makes everything about it. In fact, when you watch Antiques Roadshow,
Yeah.
sometimes it'll just be run of the mill sort of thing. But if you got some background, some stories, some authentication, dude, it just ups the price
Right.
and the value, of course, because there's a difference between price and value, is what we were just talking about.
That's right.
So you want to buy a lighter? No.
I'll take one of those Winstons today. Today.
I'm kidding. I like I said, I probably haven't drugged these out since the last time I did a show on this and showed some of these.
Well, I would never take your mother's Winston. Let me tell you that.
Oh, no. None of these were my mother's.
I thought you said the wide one wasn't that your mother's?
No. I said it's grandma style. You used to see those.
grandma's.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because they came out in the 30s and 40s. Every
All right, then I'll take it.
yeah, every coffee table had one. It's definitely a grandma
So
style.
true.
Yeah. I
And the
remember
big
that.
ashtrays that used to go along with them.
Oh yeah, on every end table and every coffee table. Oh yeah.
That's right. That and butterscotch, hard candy.
Hard candy clump.
So awesome.
You knew grandma had just been in the store if you could pick out one piece at a time and not the whole clump.
Don't touch the Brox.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Hey, I'm sure you got a bunch of people coming up here. I just wanted to pop up and talk a little bit about collections. I love telling those kinds of stories. So thanks for having me up, buddy.
Oh, dude, thanks for being here. Thanks. And we'll anytime, David, you know that.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, buddy.
Thanks, Jim.
Take care.
Be good.
Oh man, I knew this was going to be a good topic. I knew this was going to be a big topic. What was I going to say? Oh, I did want to say hello to Stacking Stormtrooper. How you doing, Stormy? Good to see you. Jimbo's like, Posh Notion. Bonnie, how you doing? Good to see you as well. Andrew Frying Pan, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Luke Duke, if I haven't said hello to you, Recycle Dude, how you doing, buddy? Welcome, guys. If I haven't said hello, Outdoorsy Gal, you are a Neil Peart wannabe. Yes, I am. Oh, I know what I wanted to say. David was asking me about, or he was talking about the guy giving him that bass, and the difference between that and Geddy Lee. And I kept thinking, whenever there have been drummers on stage that I would gladly hand them my favorite snare and say, here, I can't play anymore. And there are other drummers I've seen on stage that I want to throw my snare at them because they've never listened to the song before. Is that bad? Is that cruel? Is that wrong? All right, but let's pretend I didn't say that. How you doing, D90? Good to see you. All right, let's bring in Jesse here, and he's all back to the the icon here. Jesse, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
How you doing, man?
Hang on. Okay. How am I doing? I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing great, man.
You sound better.
Yeah. I'm thanks, man. I'm trying to push beyond it.
Yeah. It's all in the head. It's all in the head.
Yep, exactly. Mind over matter.
Yep. So I I don't say I have collections. I have things.
Okay. Well, you know now I have to ask for a little bit more specificity.
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. I have this desire just to gather things. For what reason, I don't know. I go to auctions, I buy whatever, you know. Sometimes I wait till the end of the auction and buy a whole table full of stuff for like $5.
Oh,
Why? Who knows? Because I can. Yes, those are no, and outdoorsy girl. No, those are my wife's cookie jars. She collects them. You know, I've collected, and like I said, I go auctions, I go to flea markets, I go to garage sales, I buy this, I buy that. You know, I have probably a collection of 3,000 marbles. You know, all different types, values, sports cards. I got sports cards up to yin yang, hockey, baseball, everything. I've collected. You ever watch robot or BattleBots?
oh yeah.
Okay, the first time when it first came out, what was that? Back in the '80s, I believe.
Was it that
First
long
time.
ago?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's out again. But I had every robot that ever fought. I had the models of every one of them.
Wow.
Yeah. You know, collections from McDonald's, the toys, you know, all that stuff. So I don't have a collection. What I have is a bunch of trash that someday will be someone's treasures. You know, so, I mean, garage full of crap,
Oh,
basement full of crap. You know,
God.
furniture. I mean, I get really good deals. I mean, you know, some stuff I get really good deals in and I use. You know, I've got furniture, antique furniture. My house is full of it because we use it. I like it. You know,
Sure.
but yeah, it's a bunch of trash. Someday will be somebody else's treasure.
You got to stop calling it trash, man.
No, there's stuff that I've collected throughout the years. I have a short attention span. You know,
Oh, sure.
I'll collect stuff for a little while, and then I get to a point where actually the reality is I get to a point where it really starts costing me money, and I have to stop and go, this is costing me too much money. You know, I have marbles. I've probably had those for 15, 20 years, and I haven't sold them. You know, and I'm probably not going to.
That's the one that fascinates me because that's a collection of old, man. You don't hear about people collecting marbles anymore.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Yeah?
Dude, you would be surprised.
Wow.
Absolutely. All you got to go on Facebook and type in marble collections. you would be amazed at all the different clubs out there.
Holy cow. And I shouldn't be amazed at all, given that my collecting habits have been all over the board. I should not be as surprised one bit.
So I collect things like I got carnival glass, I got glass, pottery, and just whatever happens to trip my trigger at that time.
Yeah.
You know. So I wind up with all these collections of stuff that I put away and never see it yet.
But you have it.
They're mine.
That's the important part right there.
Yeah. And somebody once told me that when you buy something at a really good price, that's when you get the deal. Not necessarily when you sell it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah, without question.
You know, so because sometimes I've sold. In fact, I sold all my BattleBots at one time.
Oh,
you know, yeah, I got over it. I needed some money, so they went quick. They went quick.
Price to move. I'm sure. I've actually been there. Yeah, I've been there.
You know, yeah, hey, move. I've attempted to sell my marbles at a couple times, but nobody wants to give me what I know they're worth.
Yeah.
You know, even if I give you a deal, you got to at least give me that. But they don't want to do that.
Of
You know,
course.
they want. I want to tell them 10 cents a marble when I know there's marbles in there that are worth 20 and 30 bucks.
Mm.
Right? But they go, no, I'll give you 2 cents a marble for all of them. No. No.
Yeah.
I'll take the 10 cents because I know I have a bunch that are only worth a penny.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but I also know I got a bunch, well, not a bunch, but I got enough that 10 cents a marble is a good deal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like I said, collections of all kinds.
Oh,
Sports cards. I got 3 6-quart totes full of sports cards and memorabilia. Just.
Well, you're a lot like me, man, because I have done the same thing. I've hit a lot of I love auctions, especially estate sales.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to one.
Are you?
Monday, I think. I think it's Monday.
Yeah, hide your wallet, man, because I even do the same thing you do a lot of times. It's like, well, if nobody's going to buy that whole damn table for $1, I will.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah. I mean, well, see, the problem is, like, I will do that knowing that I'll probably do a yard sale, and I'll get my $5 back from at least one of those items.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. Yeah,
but then I'm stuck with everything else because nothing else sells. And I don't care anymore.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, that's when you donate them, you know, to
Whoever.
DAV or something like that. That's what I used to do.
Hell, I've done that plenty of times. In fact, I'll try to sell my last day of a yard sale. I put in Craigslist, hey, everything goes, one price.
Yep.
Come,
Yep.
you know, sometimes they bite, sometimes they don't. They don't. I just donate it. Usually just a lot of glassware and stuff. That stuff don't sell very good.
No, but you can find a crap ton of that at auctions, can't you?
Oh yeah. In fact, I still have probably about 2 banana boxes full of glasses. You know, drinking glasses.
My theory is that in every area there are like 40 boxes of that stuff that keep circulating between auctions, right?
Yeah. I've seen that before.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal with me. I'll do that, and then at the end of the year, when I'm done and I'm going to get rid of stuff, I might take it back to the auction house and have them do it again.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Jesse, didn't I sell you that? Yeah, a couple years ago. Put it back up there.
I have done that, actually.
Yeah. You know, how you do it.
It's rare because, you know, like I said before, I have a hard time throwing things away. But yeah, I have done that, dude.
Well, here
we need to form a support group, Jesse.
Yeah. Here's what I did. One time, I bought a storage unit. Bought it pretty cheap, you know, $300. I got a couple nice, good pieces of equipment out of there, some, you know, tools and stuff. I kept that and took everything over to the auction house and auctioned it all off one at a time. I got my money back and a little bit more. So.
Oh, those are the best too, man. Those are the best.
I didn't have to store any of it or do anything with it. I just took it over to the auction house.
Would you say? Yeah. Would you say that was your best find?
The storage unit, yeah. Even without a crap in it, because I got my money back. I got some nice pieces of tools and some equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That was good, you know, and made some money.
Cool. That should. I might have that as a future show topic. You know, your best find or your best deal or something like that.
Ooh, best deals.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you want to buy a flashlight?
Okay. I have plenty of them.
I know, but I bet you don't have one of these.
You know what sucks about having a lot of flashlights? You can never find one that works when you need it.
Oh man, whole box flashlight, not a damn one works, and here you are in the middle of a power outage.
Yep. I keep candles, right?
Exactly.
All right, man. I'm gonna let you go so you can get on to the next one.
All right, bud. Thanks.
right.
Thanks so much for sharing, Jesse.
No problem. Let's see.
Well,
Push this button here.
yep, right there.
Oh, wait. Oh, that one. Go.
That's all going in the guest cut. Oh, well, there you have it. There you have it. I'm shocked not to see Emmanuel here. Now, I had a couple questions earlier that I want to answer. Let's see. Did you see that Viewed This collects lampshades? No, I did not see that. I don't know how serious you are about that, Stacking Stormtrooper. Guy has a crazy striped sock collection. God, how come you didn't come up and tell us about all that? That would have been fun. All right. Oh, we got Claire's in the house. How you doing, Claire from Rent a Grown? Good to see you. And Ed from Flashing Your Pans here. How you doing, Ed? A little late for you, isn't it, dude? Hope you're not trading sleep for the show. Lloyd, the Grumpy Vlogger. How you doing, brother? Good to see you as well. Hope I haven't missed anybody. But hey, listen, that was a fun show. I don't think there's anything. Oh, did I forget to mention these? Yes, I collect tactical patches too. And on that note, I'll end the show. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Now, we'll go over all these. So if you couldn't get up tonight, Miscast Entertainment, how you doing, buddy? If you couldn't get up tonight, oh, Brandon B, I didn't see you in here as well. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. Hope he's still around. But if you didn't get a chance to come up tonight, or for any of the shows that we had over the week, make sure you join me tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. for the standard Friday weekly recap, where we'll talk about all of the subjects of every show this week. And fear not, next week will be pet peeves too. So because that also elicited a lot of response, and it seems like a lot of people have pet peeves they want to talk about. And there's still the Sunday Smash, which is this Sunday at 10 p.m. Hopefully I'll be on this Sunday. Now I gotta warn you that it is my son's birthday. We're going out to eat. Who knows what's going to happen after that? So I may end up canceling that, but just pay attention to the messages. I gotta need that community tab so I can tell you guys the moment I change something. But anyway, having said all that fun stuff, I'm going to call it a night, guys. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. I really do. And because I really did enjoy it. I enjoyed my guests. I enjoyed all the banter in the chat room. Collect gold. Yeah, look, dude, collecting gold. Jimmy C, did I say hello to you, buddy? I hope I did, bud. Ice Cold Water, hello. Welcome to the show. Okay, so this is the end. I'm going to start collecting these guys too. You see that thing that Ghana made me? Isn't that awesome? Okay, so guys, thanks for being here. Join us tomorrow morning and or next week, Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Friday mornings, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you dig this, share it, like it, hit that subscribe button. That's all I got to say, except make sure you treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we all did that, this world would be a fantastic place. Thanks, folks. We'll see you live.